although it doesn't look like you are practicing, but I'm curious to know how you are enjoying the Power BI. Talk to me before we start.
Power BI is very interesting. Power BI
Khadija,
is very interesting.
Khadija, out of you.
That's been really nice and engaging, sir. At
Okay, no
least
problem.
I haven't gone through it, but I still have some on my head.
Please go through it. Let not this go to waste.
Yes, sir.
Um, so today we'll continue. So we did the lab 2 last Friday on Tuesday, right? So we are going to continue the lab 3 today. So they want us to create an executive summary financial report. What they want is profits by month and year. So a line chart, a profit by country, so a map, and a column chart or a bar chart. So this is a column chart. And they want us to create a slicer for the month and the year. So this, you can see, confirm if you can see my screen. So this is basically the visuals they want us to do. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to continue from our sales report. Now you can see my Power BI desktop, right? So let's do this. So this one will be page 1 will be, we'll change the name. It's like Excel, so you can just double click. We'll say sales report. Then the next one, we'll create a new page. We'll call it financial summary. Right. So you can create different. These are different dashboards or different. Yeah. So these are different dashboards, but you still have access to the same data. So basically, they ask us to do a. So I think here they ask us to remove Montana, and we already have Montana removed. So they say you should change your unit sold from decimal to what, to whole numbers. I told you unit sold, unit is 1. So change this segment to uppercase in, change the month name to just month, remove Montana, which our data set doesn't come Montana already. And this one you can do it in the Power Query. So this basically they did it in Power Query. And yeah, so they started their, also they are creating a data analysis expression of calculating the total units sold, units sold in DAX. Okay, they created a calendar, which we already know how to do that. So anyways, that's fine. So now we're actually going to, first of all, for the calendar, we need to create a calendar, right? And so if we go to our table view, let's come and view the date. So we have date from, basically from September, from 2023 to 2024. So I'm just going to do from January to January 2023 to um, um, December 2024. Before then, I think we did like a creating of table, right? Where I use Power Query, and I said we can do it in our table view. So we can come to new table. You see this new table here? Actually, what you do is that you just come to table tool and no, let me see, sorry. Enter data. Basically, this is how you create your table. So you remember that time we're trying to create product category. So you can just click here and see product. So we see Caro, is it Caratera? Caratera. This was last week, this thing. Caratera, we have Passio, we have Velo, we have VVT, Amari. I don't even know what these are, please don't mind me. Amarilla. Then we can then create another new column to name it product category. This was what I was trying to get here the last week. So I on Tuesday. So I just said I should show you guys again without having to go to Power Query. So we said this is category 1. Is it category A? This one is it category A, like that? Do you guys if you watch the video last time, I think this is um category, is it B or so, like that? Category C, and I think this is category D. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to show you guys out. Then you can then name the name of the table to say, let's just say product category. Now this let's see, I load it. Now by the time I load it, you see it on my data here as a, you can see it loading. I've created it, so it's loading in my data ribbon here as product category. If I go to my model view, you will see it automatically creates. So Power BI is a little bit intuitive. It will help me create that relationship, although I already have it there. But let's see if we have it in our Power Query. I don't know if we do have it there, but I'm curious. Okay, it already created it in our Power Query as well. So you can do it in your Power Query, and you can also do it in your Power BI desktop. And then just close this. So I'm just going to delete this for the purpose of, we don't need it. Now I'm going to create our column. I'm going to go back to my my report view. I think I'll just go back to my table and create a new table. The table I want to create is a calendar table, and so I'll just name it calendar. The reason why I don't want to do it manually is because I'm doing from January 1st, 2023 to December 2024. Is it 2023, 2024? Let me see. I'm not sure. Let me confirm. Sorry, just hold on. Yeah, so this is my 2014. Apologies. So I'll go to my new table. I'll create the table name, and I'll say calendar, as we know. So we have calendar has start date and date. So I'll say put date as this is a function. So the function will take year. Can you guys see the highlight here? Confirm if you can see the highlight for date. It's telling you what are the values it requires. Confirm if you can see that. So it's an intuitive. So year, so we have 2013, month is 01, day is 01. Then the end date, we have date again, is a function. Then we have 2014, 12, 31, right? And we'll click on enter, and it's going to create the date column for us. And we don't want time. We actually don't want time. We just want date. We just click on the column. It takes us to the column to, we want the formatting, not date time, but date. Right. So we already have our date here. Then we can go back to our report. You see our data, our calendar here. Now, what they want us to do is to create a financial summary, if I get that correctly. A executive summary, financial report. So sorry, so this is supposed to be financial report. So they want us to create an executive summary. So we can actually, you can actually copy some of these things. So but they want a cooler color, so we can insert our background image for for our title. So we'll do it like this. Then if you click on format, you can see the size and style. You can actually adjust it here. Now I can go to my format view just to make sure that the alignment is centered. So it's going to be centered, and to make sure that it's at the top, and I can reduce the, so this is horizontal, this is vertical, so this is what you are seeing here, and I can increase our vertical to, let's say, okay, I'll increase my vertical to just 9. 9 is fine. So it'll be 9 horizontal here, 9 vertical here. So we'll choose a very cool color. So I can then go to my shape style and go to, I don't need a border, I just need a fill, which is here. I'll go and choose a much more cooler color. Yeah, let me see. Or I can just come click here and go to a cooler color. Let me see. I think this is cool and close to it. Yeah, so it's a bit close to this, right? So or you can enter the hex value, you understand? So I think we are done with that. Then we enter our text, right? Our text will be what? Executive summary. So you just change the font to a good font, and something that is a little bit big. And let me see bold. So you said executive summary. Executive summary. Then it said financial report. Now, it does make sense for me to say, let me select here, reduce it. I can just put it in the center, so it will be centralized, then just reduce it. Now it just makes sense for me to put it here. I can drag it and put here. But you see, it has a background, right? So I'll click on my text, go to format text. There's this formatting, go to style, size and style, remove background. Now, it doesn't look nice to use, this is a bit dark, so you need a lighter color. So I can then select my text back and highlight everything and go to the text, the font color, and just choose white. You see that it makes more. So then this is a little bit bright. I think I would reduce the color to something that is a little bit dark, so that it's so something like this. So you have a darker color and a darker background and a light color. If I go to my selection, I can see that my text is on, in terms of hierarchy, my text is in front of my my shape background. So you can then do what they call, you select this, you hold Control or Shift and select the next this thing, and right click and group it. So you can group it into a whole, the way you do in your PowerPoint where you group things. Do you follow? So if I click on my PowerPoint, let me click on my PowerPoint. Sorry, please. Where's PowerPoint? Okay, so PowerPoint, if you click on two objects, for instance, let me just remove this. Let's say I insert a shape. This is my shape, and I also insert a text. This is my text. So basically what I'm saying is I'm going to my text will be executive, let me see, executive summary, financial what report, right? Financial. Please, at a point in time where you cannot hear me again, let me know. So I'll just drag it here. In this case, I can select both of them. I will just put alignment. I want to align to the center. So both of them are selected. I just want to select just this guy here and reduce it a little bit. Let me take it to this side here and reduce it. So I can then, or no, oh, it doesn't have the. Somebody else is trying to join. Hold on. So I can increase the font of this so that it looks more distinct and make it bold and make this white. So basically this one, and I'm now selecting. So for this guy, for this background, I'm removing the outline, selecting both of them, and what going to arrange and going to what group and grouping them. So basically that's what I'm doing now. But the good thing with Power BI is that it has for every shape it has like a layer order where you see the shape you created and the order to which they are arranged. And so for this I can just rename it to, I'll double click and name it what title, or I can say page title for instance, and I'll say what title background as shape, right? Title background, and this is a group, so I can just double click on the group and name it what title, right? And so I have my title. If I click on it, you can see it has highlighted my title, right? If I click on my title, page title, you can see the way it has highlighted my title, my text. If I click on my title background, it has highlighted my title background only. So I just want you guys to understand the use of selection. It's a very interesting, and you use it for a lot of things. You can use it to do a lot of automation and animation and motion movement basically. So the next thing they want us to do is to create this is a slider. So they want year and month. So we'll go to our visuals, build visual. You look for slicer, which is, look at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth row, the fourth column, slicer. So you click on it. Make sure you are not selecting anything, please. So click on the slicer. They say the slicer is okay somewhere around here, which is fine. So we're just going to put the slicer here. Sorry, excuse me. And then we are then going to be adding data there. So for slicer, while my slicer is selected, I need to add my date, right? I'll just click on date. You can see my date already, but that is not what I want. I want date hierarchy. What I want is my date hierarchy and not date. The reason is because I want to be able to see everything under it. Now I don't need so it will now tell me year, quarter, month, day. I don't need that. I just need my month and my year. So you can then see it. We have an exhaustive list. Now you can see that you know most likely what I would want to do is just to go to my values and go to change the font and reduce the font style, because yeah, I want to reduce the font style. Maybe I also want to reduce the slicer header. The reason I'm doing that is I want everything to fit, right? I want to be able to see everything, everything. So maybe somewhere around here. So most likely what I will now do is to I can then come to my title background and reduce the size by going to size and style, size and position. I'll go to the height. That the height is here, the width is like this. So I'm just going to reduce this to maybe to 110. So it has reduced. Now for me to make sure that it is it is our title is well formatted, I'll just click on both of them, select them, go to format, go to align, and do I think it's middle. Is it middle? Yeah, middle. Yeah, something like this. Then click on the title that combines everything. I just click on it and just shift it. No, no. I think it's highlighted everything. And click on my page and my title, go to format, go to align, and click on middle. So it will just help me align it. So the other way to move this again, I can still click on this is like the parent, right? Folder. Then this is my page title and page background, my title background. So I can click on it, go to size and style, and go to horizontal vertical. I want to reduce the vertical to 9. So you can see everything is going up instead of me having to click and drag. So that works. What else? So I then would then look at, so they say profit against, so they are looking for profit trend. This is what we have here. Is the profit trend. So I will make sure that I'm not selecting anything. So I can name my slicer to be what? To be date. I can just name it like that. Then go to my financial data set. Just drag this way. Where is my profit? So this is my profit, right? So I can either click or create a profit, because already showing me that it can summarize, or I can create a measure for it, just like the measure that is going to do the calculation for me if I want to. I don't know if you get. I can create a measure. I'll just say sum of it, but it's already in itself. If I click on it, it will do a sum for me, right? So you can see sum of profit. So it's the same thing if I actually create a measure. So if I want to create a measure, I'll just right click on the financial data set itself, new measure, or I can just check my financial data set and click here, new measure. Then I'm not now going to write a DAX. So what I just want to do is just to say profit, or total profit rather. Yeah. So it will be total profit, and it will just be the sum of what? Financial data set, then profit column, basically. So I think so. And the funny thing is that if after I've created this measure, if I click on it, you see I will still have the same money, the same amount. So you might be wondering what the difference is. Well, there are a lot of difference if you're actually creating a DAX, a data analysis expression. You can control. Let's say I wanted to create a total profit based on a country that is USA, for instance. Let's say I can go to new measure. I'll just say total US profit, for instance. Total USA profit, right? And I can then say calculate, use it for filtering. And I'll say sum of, I can either say sum of, do the same thing that I did, but I already have it. I've already created this measure. So I can just say total profit. Then I will then say country, financial country is what? Is equal to what? USA. So I'm just going to put, so I think we name it USA like this. And I think I'm done. So if I click on OK, I can then, where's my total profit USA? Oh, it created here. And that's because I selected, I think it was on the calendar data set. So, but regardless, if I then click on it, but make sure that your measure is here. You can see now that total US profit is 2.5 2,560,000 USD. So you see, I've created a data analysis board to create a total profit but for USA alone. And that's the beauty about data analysis expression, the DAX. While it can do ordinarily, you can click and drag, you can also create a data analysis expression. You can do a lot of things with it. You get, so that's one of the reasons we create DAX. So now let me click on my profit, total profit. Then what I want to do is to create a line chart, right? So I'll just click on date. I think it's going to create a line chart for me. Oops. Okay. Now you are seeing a straight line because most likely there's no chain. Now what I'm going to do is just to click on this, expand all down one level in the hierarchy, click, and you now start seeing, okay, I think, oh, this is not the measure I'm supposed to use, this total profit. I think I should do, instead of creating a total profit, because this will just do a total profit, I will just click on this, my profit here. It's not going to work, so I'll just click on this profit here. And so if I do a drill down, it's supposed to be on, why is it a straight line? That's weird. Why is it a straight line? I hope I did not select anything here. It's not supposed to be a straight line, but why is it a straight line? Oh, it's telling me that no. What am I doing wrong? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I can't see it, but let me see. Let me just click on the line chart. Wait, have I linked my dates? Oh, I don't think I have I? Oh, I've not linked my, oh, the reason, oh, I see. Okay, so let me go back. Let me click on my date and click on my, interesting. I think it's because I have not linked it, that is why. So I go back to my model. And so you see, this is my date. I'm going to link it to my date here. So it is a one-to-many. Mind you, I said this total profit USA is not supposed to be there. So you can see the date column is telling me the date column on the calendar table to the date column of the financial data set, and it's a one-to-many. The reason that you have one-to-many of this, a single direction, cross filter direction, single, so it means it's going forward, not back and forth. So I think that's the reason why it didn't work. So let me go back to it and I'll click on, aha, so you can see it's showing me this, and if I drill down, you can then see that it's a little bit crooked and it's going up and down. Now I don't need the date, I don't need the quarter, right? What? Why is Khadija going on and off? My title, I can change it to what? Profit trend, because the trend. Khadija, why are you going on and off?
My
Going to
network,
remove.
my network is fluctuating. It's
Why now?
just going on and off. I'll be hearing you,
Why?
but I'm not seeing what you're doing. I'm
Should
just
I
seeing
Okay.
the screen alone is not moving.
should I cut network for you?
Beg,
My first one,
please.
see that because you're in Abuja. Okay, so
So,
now that I've created it, I'll just reduce it to something like this. Now, I can add the numbers here by clicking on data label, right? And you can then see, now go to my data label and come to values and click on change the font style. I like this DIN for a reason. Change the color to black, or let me say I can create it or red, so that it should be up and about. So red is FL0000. Yeah. Again, doesn't fit this narrative, but yeah, I kind of like it. I like red because red used to shout very well. Um, but this is not the best color for this particular theme. I can add my markers. I can add my markers. I can change the, so these markers are the dots. Oh yeah, the line, I can go to the interpolation and change it to smooth, and that's because I'm nice like that. Change it to cardinal and reduce the tension. It looks more, you know. And mind you, you can change your distance to aerial chart where you see everywhere will be covered like this again, like that. So for my tooltip, which is what you are seeing, this stuff you are seeing that is appearing, I can go to properties, go to tooltip, go to background. I'll just set the color to be maybe like this and a little bit transparent, right? So that I'll be able to see through the, make the experience a little bit nicer. So you can see through the graph while, um, you know, while you are looking at the tooltip. I'll change the font. I'm just nice like that. I'll change it to red, you know. Again, it might not be the best color, but yeah. So I think I'm done with that. So this tells a lot. The next, which is profit by country. So my total profit, I'll do it by country. So I'm just going to select somewhere around here. I can click on my total profit. Since I did not, so it just showing me there by country. I'll just click on country. Now I think most likely it's going to give me this. Now what I want is a map. I'll click on my map. Hopefully the map will then show. So you can see my map, right? You can see the profit by country. I just select it, go to this place. Uh, yeah, I think they gave a space, so I'll do is give a space to as well. You can go to the map setting and change the different. They have different kind of maps. Area, I don't know, the one you think makes sense. Light gray. Let me see. Is that light? Aha. So it's somewhat that looking somewhat like this guy here. This is big. So then you can change the tooltip, go to, you know, I don't know, um, the background. You can increase the transparency and change the color. So something like this. You can see. Yeah, this might not be the best color, but something like this. You can change the bubble as well. So you just go to the bubble and change it to, I don't know, yeah, if you want the size. You can change the, you can do a data range, and I don't know. So this will be based on the smallest as well as the largest, although this is not really feasible because the smallest is really small. You can do magnitude, yeah. So depending on what you want to do, then you can then change the color default. You can give it I don't know, some nice color, uh, maybe a little bit dark. Just make sure you use a color that makes sense. So profit by country, it means that the title is, I need to say profit by country. So with a capital letter, I like to leave my this thing centered. I don't know. I love to, for some reason. And this is not bold, so I'll just change it to bold. I think we are done with that. The next is sales by profit and segment. So I'm just going to go to my sales. Now you can create a DAX for sales, or you can create a measure for sales, or you can just click on sales, then profit and product. So they say product and segment. So where's my segment? This is my segment here, and this is my product here. Now, this is not really a very good representation because it's making everything small. So it shows the clustered bar chart. Now, what I want is something like this clustered column chart. Now, let's see. Let me see. Is that a clear representation? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, so he's saying that the segment is default. So it will be product as the x-axis. So I'll just take my product to the x. Okay, let me delete this. So product is my this, and my segment will be my legend. So it's more like it. So again, there are certain things I don't really like seeing. I don't like seeing the axis if it is not. I don't like seeing titles. So for the axis title, for the x-axis, I'm just gonna leave the I will change the color of the values, but I'm going to remove the title product, right? Maybe possibly I'm going to increase the font style so that it should be seen. Maybe not put it so that the bold, so that it should not be looking very nasty in front of people. I really would remove the values for and the title for the y-axis because it has no meaning. Then I can then add the data label, come to value, change. For some reason, I just love this font. So it's a little bit. Now, by the time I just close all of this stuff, you see that they are all coming to play. So I'll go back to my format. I actually want my value to be indented. I don't know, just because. And maybe I'll choose red just because. But red is not really. Let me use something else. Something dark. I think I'll just leave it at black so that you can see the value. Then I'll go to my properties, my tool tip, of course, the background, increase the transparency. For consistent transparency, you can go and click on each of the individual this thing to see the percentage of the transparency. Let's see the transparency of this one. Is okay, so this is 28. I think I'll just leave it to 16. The same transparency with this guy. So I'll come here to leave it as 16 so that it will be consistent. The background is I think this the text is this. I think is it the value is red, and so by the time I click on it, it can show me the product and it can show me some information. The 9.9 million there is saying 9 million naira 42,899 dollars and 11 cents. So basically we've already created our. Now my title, of course, I'll go back to my visual. My title, I'll just say sales by product and just put it in the middle and maybe make it bold just because. The other thing I'm going to remove is my legend. I'll remove title from it so that it will just be this. So the one thing with the slicer is that, so let's say I click for 2023 alone, it's just going to show me values for 2023. It will only show me values for 2023, and you can see that it has affected the visuals. If I uncheck it, it will show me everything for 2024. If I click on 2024, you can see that it's affecting the value. So the slicer, it's like a filter in your Excel where you filter and it only give you a certain values or list of values you want to see in your table. So this is like a visual filter. Does that make sense? So let's say we can then add a button. Insert, go to button, and my button, I want clear all slicer, or better still, because I already have done this before in my other report. I will just come here, click on reset and copy, Control C. I'll come to paste here and Control V. So this is just going to reset my slicer. So in such a way that if I click on 2023, instead of me having to reset, I'll just click here, I'll say Control and click, and it will help me reset everything. You can put it somewhere nice, and so even the same way, if I click on just a particular Canada, for instance, it's going to show me. You can see that adjusted based on Canada, right? So I can still come here and see, click to reset, and uh, it's affecting this. It's not supposed to affect this. Okay, it's not supposed to affect this, so I think I need to do something about it. So I'll just uncheck Canada, and it will just uncheck. So for Europe, Germany, you can see that the data is changing for where is this? I think this is France. You can see data is changing. If I come to Mexico, you can see the data is changing. So this is what you call interactive dashboard. Now let's say my sales report. Now I want to publish it. I already have an account, so I'll just publish. I'll send you guys the link. It's asking me to save. Um, this is my online. This is online, right? I already have this online. So it's publishing to the Power BI cloud. It has finished publishing. Network is looking good today. So let me go to my Fabric. Create Fabric. So I'm just going to publish it so that we can have a view of it. If you have a Microsoft account like you, Mr. Abraham, you can try out the Fabric where you can host it, and let's see. Yeah, so I think I have my sales report here. So this is my report. I'll click on it. It's going to show me the same thing I just finished launching. I just finished doing on my desktop. And so you can see this is now a little bit interactive. So if I click on this, and you see, I don't need to press control now. I just click because it's online. I think this is also supposed to affect this guy, but yes, it's still fine. So I can come to file, go to embedded report, go to publish to web. The prompt is going to come up, publish it. And this is the link I'll now share with you. If you want to embed it into HTML, this will be it. I can show you how to do that, but so this is it basically. So, and this is launched. Oh, this is not supposed to be. Okay, so I think I need to correct this. Executive, I don't know why it is doing like that. I just need to increase the yeah, I'll just increase like this. Save, publish. Because I already have it launched, it will tell me to do like a replacement. I'm going to replace it, and yeah. Now I can just easily refresh, and I'm going to see my updated report. Why is it still doing this? This is weird. I don't like it like this. This is weird. No. Oh, I did the wrong thing. So this is it's supposed to affect this positively anyways. I see it did not affect it. Yeah, so it's supposed to affect this positively, but let me come to file, embedded, publish to web. It will show me like a preview of the so well, it still did not. Maybe it will take time. or I have to delete and replace back. But anyways, it's fine. Those are part of the things you'll be going back and forth to see how it looks on your desktop, how it looks on. Now, if you look at this arrow button, this is previous. If I go to previous, I'm going to see my other data set. So this is how you see they publish report for you online, and oh wow, this is interesting and stuff. Yeah. So the other thing I also want to do is to, now that I'm not selecting anything, I'll just go to, okay, I think I would, oh, I'm selecting something. I can go to the background and choose, I think it's this color, then reduce the transparency. Um, let's reduce it a little bit. No, maybe take this to this side so that I'll be seeing, you know, then reduce this a little so that I'll be seeing the background color. So it looks a little bit, you know, even this I can do the same thing for this, just reduce it a little, you know, make it look. So I can save and publish again if I want. What did I do? Also, I think I clicked on this guy, so I'll click, so everything nice. So that is our second lab. Basically, that's what they're asking you to do on your second lab. So please go through it. In the next, on Tuesday, would do the third lab, and yeah. So all of these things that we just did is basically this. You can see. So you can see where the removed it's supposed to be this, and I change it from date instead to hierarchy, date hierarchy, which is what we have here. Hmm. Yeah, then I would send you guys a color templating, a color template. I think it's coolers.io or something. Use this for color palette. Yeah, use it to choose different colors. There's also contrast checker. Contrast checker. Yeah, so there's contrast checker. You use it to check how colors blend with each other. So I'll send you guys this link now. It's a friend of mine. You know the funny thing, I am not a visualization person, but because everybody's doing it, I just decided to. So you can see the different blend of colors, and you can actually choose explore. You have different blend of colors. So of course this is extremely white. It will go with these, colors that go with each other, and you can then see. So for instance, I can copy the hex value for this, go to my contrast checker. I would say for my foreground is all this text you are seeing. My background, of course, is the background to which everything is on top. So I can put my foreground a darker color, and it's supposed to take a lighter background. So usually that is the goal. Now the contrast checker helps you to evaluate color. Look at it. Look at it. The higher the ratio of the contrast ratio is, so the higher this value to 1, the better it is. So if I take this to more light, you can see the contrast is increasing. Now watch, this is how it looks like for normal text, large images, and if this is visually appealing. Now if I continue to make this dark, you can see it's telling me fail, and the contrast ratio is reducing. So this
Sorry, I'm not hearing you again. Resume my network.
It's not your network. It's his own. I think he just. It's his
Thank
net.
God this time around.
Mhm. So we can't hear you. If you can hear us, just know that we can't hear you.
So he's out. Oh.
Mhm.
Do you have any questions?
So we did not hear you for some minutes.
Sorry?
I said
Any
we
questions?
didn't hear you.
No, somebody called me. My network went off. Sorry. I'm using my phone network. So I'm going to send you this contrast checker via WhatsApp. I'll also send you, where is my stuff? The coolers for checking color palettes. You guys can use that. I'll send you our latest PVI file, the PVIX file. What else? Any questions?
No questions, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
No question.
Like you know that if me I have questions, I used to enter your DM.
You used to disturb me, but
so I used to express myself on your DM. So that one is a norm for
no
me.
problem. Let me I'm going to redo this and just share it. It's a little bit why is this thing not showing complete? That's interesting stuff. That is interesting stuff. You can see these are you see dashboards that are, you know, they are dynamic. You're like, how did they do it? You don't know that it's somebody that is boboing another person.
I just remembered now. You said something that you are not a visualization person.
Mhm.
So what do you now do if you're not a visualization person?
I deal with more numbers than having to do visuals. Visuals, I would rather give somebody else history. It's boring. It's a boring stuff. But I think apparently people like lies so much, and so they like to see all the lies on the. Means I like seeing numbers than figures. I know people don't have time for it. I'd rather do a summary in numbers so you will see it than in
On
all of this
Excel.
stuff.
That's
Yeah,
you do
so
you prefer to do the
no,
summary on
anywhere,
Excel.
maybe SQL, maybe yeah, anywhere.
Okay, so sir, I
Anywhere.
discovered that you see this Excel and this Excel is very powerful. Oh. Hello?
Khadija, is it me or is his network? Yeah, I'm listening.
I said this Excel is
Is your
very,
ex-
very, very powerful.
uh, it's people that don't know. So you can solve a lot of your business problem using Microsoft Excel, but you know, people are in need and HR are very funny people. They'll give requirements that they don't need. If you
Mm.
see the requirement that they gave me, God, CF,
Mhm.
the workplace is a boring place, and so I had to just learn visualization because everybody else is learning. Like they'll say stakeholders, you need these people like lies, frankly.
Mm.
lies. If you really want to check within the length with visualization, is that it doesn't tell the whole story.
Yes.
It has never told the whole story.
Is
Give you
Excel?
an idea. By the
Yes.
time the person starts seeing the number, you are now beating into granular. And there's a way you can actually summarize it for even the CEO to see what's happening in his company, numbers wise. But I don't know. I think it's a trend thing. The reason why visualization is popular is because it's a trend thing. So for me, if you ask me why would I build this in Power BI, I'd rather build this using a web framework than actually doing a Power BI. This because now I have to go and use Power BI service. If I don't have certain account, if I don't do, it's crazy, man. The thing is giving me headache. But please learn it so that they will not say,
Emil,
do you know Power BI? And you say no.
No, I
It's
will
the
learn
reason
to
why.
show.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. It's the reason why I learned it so that they don't say you don't know it and stuff. So, but it's all good. Let me stop recording. Before Khadija comes back. Chama, how far? You guys are not saying anything regarding this our